Sean here with Wahoo Warrior, playing a match today against Mark. We're going to play our 750-point tournament prep list for a tournament upcoming here in August 15th at Gauntlet Games. And Mark's going to be running his Americans. I don't know if he's going to be taking the Americans in the tournament or not. I asked him to bring his Americans today because I want to run my Germans. And he's got a Sherman. Well, you can go ahead and go over it again.
Yep, veteran Sherman, regular second lieutenant, +1. Regular infantry squad with a BAR, veteran squad with 2 BARs and 1 submachine gun. This also has 1 submachine gun too. Regular Air Force observer, regular MMG, regular bazooka, and regular sniper.
Okay. And my 750-point list is Volkssturm, all rifles, 1 Panzerfaust, they're green. In experience, I have a first lieutenant, regular. I have a 37mm pack, that's regular, that's a light anti-tank. Small unit of 6 Pioneers with a flamethrower and 3 submachine guns, a regular sniper, and my 10-man veteran unit with 3 assault rifles, 1 assault rifle on the NCO, 2 light machine guns, and then 2 Panzerfaust. So, and then a Panzer IV-A, which is a light armor, but has the light howitzer and 2 medium machine guns. So that's my list real quick. This is the match that I actually recorded quite a while ago, back in July, against Mark, and it's actually a super enjoyable game. And I had some technical difficulties with my computer, and then I had some technical difficulties with the camcorder that I had. But these are the images I had captured. There's a couple small videos, but there's mainly the one at the beginning and one at the end. We're kind of not doing a lot of videos in between the turns as we're trying to play at game speed as for a tournament. And yeah, I feel bad that that we didn't take more videos in between because we had a lot of laughs this game, and another that I feel that, well, I waited so long to post it because I'm sure I won't remember all of the details of the match. The scenario we rolled up was the secret mission, secret plans. So there's some secret plans in the center of the board that we have to try to capture. So we start pulling some dice, and first is I pull and I try to activate my Volkssturm, and they're green. They fail to come on. He brings a unit of infantry on the board. You know, in the secret mission, it's just a lot of bringing on. Everybody has to come in on the first turn. So then I failed to get my other green unit in. That's one thing about these green units. You know, a 7 is still statistically a good roll, but don't get them on either. And then I do bring my veteran squad. This is my these are veterans, 2 light machine guns and a bunch of assault rifles. So a lot of firepower, but mainly ranged, not a lot of close combat power. And then I bring my lieutenant in there behind a rock. I just need to try to get to those secret plans. It's mainly, they're right up there on top of that hedgerow. You can see a little marker. I bring my Pioneer squad in here. This is a small 6-man Pioneer squad, submachine guns and a flamethrower. He's got his sniper in that building straight ahead of them, but the woods blocks it, blocks line of sight. He brings a, I think it's a light mortar team, or maybe a machine gun team, medium machine gun team in there. You can see his bazookas back there too. I don't know if he's on the board or not yet. I don't see a dice. So. I believe that's his lieutenant. And then brings an infantry squad in there. And he's got veterans this game for a couple of his units, and they have tough fighters. So, you know, makes him a little more formidable in close combat. There's his bazooka. The way we kind of play the woods is if you're in a run order outside the woods, you can move half distance in, or whatever you have left over, but you can't issue a run order from inside the woods as it's rough terrain. Looks like he's got his artillery observer or air observer in the top of that building, and he's got his sniper in that building as well. Or that may be a sniper moving in from behind. Yeah, because everything has to move. I don't know. Here I move this on, anti-tank gun. I know he's got his air observer in that building because I don't want that thing killing my tank and stuff. somebody took a casualty there. There's my tank comes in, and I'm basically firing at the air observer who's hidden. And I don't remember what happened exactly. I think his air observer died. Shoot, I wish I could remember. And then just a lot of moving in there. There's his Sherman comes in, kind of catty corner from the hill from where my tank is. And he's got the advantage there. He's got the same gun as me, howitzer-wise, and he's got a medium anti-tank gun, which I don't have. Yeah, there's his. It's either a sniper or air observer, and I will know in a second once I see the next picture. It looks like a sniper. Put a pin on there, but it didn't kill anybody. Yeah, his air observer died, and I don't remember how. It would have had to have been from my tank, shooting him while he was hidden and getting lucky, and was able to kill him. And that's basically the first turn. The first turn in that game is just all mainly moving on. Although that's very important, you know, where you bring your stuff in, make that turn goes pretty quick. And there he has eliminated my anti-tank gun. That would have been with the air observer. That's right. He called in the airstrike on there before I brought my tank in. So calling it in made him invisible, and my tank was able to shoot him. That's right. That makes sense. So there's his sniper up there. I'm glad he called the airstrike in on my artillery or my cannon, because I didn't really care about that too much. Just got some guys advancing up here. I took a bunch of pictures of that sniper for some reason. And let's see. Looks like I have a pin. Must have. I don't know. I don't have a second pin. Sorry about that, everybody. Well, I'm going to go ahead and move my tank up, and I don't have a lot of shots, so I do shoot at the sniper. I don't want that sniper killing my flamethrower out of my Pioneer group that's kind of behind these trees here. But I'm unable to do any damage to him. That hard cover, you know, moving. I think I fired both machine guns at him, just trying to put some pins on there. And so then these are my, I've been able to bring some of my inexperienced guys on, my green guys, Volkstrom. They just run straight ahead down the hedgerow. And there's my veterans with all the assault rifles and a light machine gun. They run up to there. I'm pressing towards that token. His medium machine gun here, I believe, goes into ambush. So if I do come up on top of the hill here on the next turn, he'll be able to fire at me. And I've got something in the I must have a sniper or something. I've got somebody up in the top of that building, and I think that's what he's shooting at. He moves his lieutenant into the bottom of that building there. Yeah, I did take a sniper. So mine's up in there, and that's what that medium machine gun was firing at. So he he gets all crazy, and he runs these guys up here to the top of this hill, or advances actually. So he comes up and he starts shooting. And I advance these guys through the woods somewhat. Need that flamethrower to be closer, but you know, I don't want to get snipered out, so I'm trying to suppress that sniper. His tank just kind of backs up, and or no, he's just activating right here. In this picture, he had moved that bazooka team through the woods a little bit more. He moves his Sherman up there. He's able to draw a line of fire on my veterans that are kind of running towards the top of the hill, and put some fire from there. You can just kind of see the back, but where with the guys he can actually see, I've got that wall covering me. So he just fires with some machine guns, and thankfully he doesn't do any damage. These guys failed to activate again. My green troops, my Volkssturm, my other second squad of Volkssturm, they failed to activate. So they just go down off the board. And there's my lieutenant. Here he's moving up. I need to try to keep him in range of some of my stuff. Don't want him to lag too far behind. And then he just moves his other infantry unit up towards the objective in the hill. Yeah, his infantry unit wasn't quite close enough to actually touch the objective token on that turn, so it still hasn't been captured, and that's pretty much an overview at the end of the turn. Going to be a lot of clashing. So starting turn 3, we're kind of, if he gets it, because you have to end the turn on the token, you can't pick it up and run it, I don't believe, but so my tank, I just say screw it, advance up to the top of the hill, twist, so my front is going to be towards that Sherman, and I go ahead and fire at these guys, and I do horribly with my rolling. I think I went for the howitzer shot at point blank, moving with the, and it didn't do very good. These guys again fail to activate, don't come on the board. There's a blurry picture, but I moved my pioneers out of the woods, so they're kind of exposed, but I need to get him close. So if he grabs that token, he had moved his second unit up on top of the hill as well. You see his second unit up there on top of the hill, and they do some plunging fire on my troops down below. And I see this battle for the secret plans. You know, the middle is just so congested right now, and we've got tanks on both sides. He's got 2 units on the top of the hill. I don't exactly remember the sequence what was going on, but here he activates his Sherman, and you can see my lieutenant through the window of that building, and he fires in. You know, he didn't move, so I got hard cover, that's it, and he rolls a 5, and we think, oh, he killed my guys with his howitzer, and then we remember small unit modifier, so it gave me a -1, and he needed a 6. So thankfully he didn't kill me with that shot. Fortunately, he moves his bazooka team a little closer, and he's firing his bazooka almost every turn. He's got something to fire at, even whether it's an infantry guy or whatever. I move these green guys up there, and my green guys fire up there, and he's only got the hedge, so I'm able to do some damage to him with my rifles. And then my veterans, I don't go into close combat because he'd be defending that hedge, and I just move up so he doesn't get a reactionary fire or anything, and I fire at him basically point blank and wail on that unit with all that shooting I have. I took a pin marker over here on my flamethrower squad, I believe from his sniper. It looks like it's a man short, and I think that's my lieutenant running out of where he was and running over here. So yeah, his 1 unit does have that token though, I believe, so that's bad. Here's medium machine gun fires up on the top of the hill, and is able to put a pin marker on my veterans. So, you know, 1 pin marker. I'm kind of exposed up there, but I'm hoping, you know, I'll pull a dice first on the next turn and get out of there. He moves his lieutenant up here on the side of that wrecked building and wall. I think he puts a couple rifle shots into my pioneer unit, and he's able to score another hit. So I got another pin marker on me, a couple rifle shots. You know, the Allies, they really like that move and fire, no penalty. You know, that'd be great if the Germans had something like that. And there's an overview at the end of the turn. So yeah, so it's really important who's gonna. His 1 unit had the token. You see it's on the other side of the hedge now, and I killed them with shooting, so I wasn't able to capture it. So it's just laying on the ground on the other side of that hedge. Whoever grabs it is gonna kind of be stuck there for a turn, but you know, I'm hoping to be able to grab it. But he gets the first dice, and he moves these guys over there, and they grab the token. and they also do some shooting right into my face. And fortunately for me, he needs a 5 or 6 to cause wounds, and he didn't do all that much damage. He only killed 2 guys, point blank, and put a second pin on me though. Sherman comes over to help out, and there's really nothing in the way of him since he's up against that hedge or that little stone wall. And he's able to put some more damage on me. I lose a couple more guys and put another pin marker on me. So my elite shooty unit is falling apart quickly. And for some reason, I decide I want to get rid of that stupid sniper because I'm worried that it's going to kill my flamethrower, and I really want my flamethrower to get up into the combat. So I move the tank over and throw a bunch of dice with the medium machine guns onto the sniper. And I don't know what this is a picture of. That may be my poor rolling. All those ones. Because I fired, I may have split my fire between the sniper and the lieutenant. Here my lieutenant just kind of gets a little more protection from the Sherman where the hills kind of blocking my line of sight, and I want to get close to my Pioneer unit so I can give them my modifier so they can pass their order check. And I am able to pass my check, and so I lose a pin marker. I move them up there. The guys are kind of sliding down the hill, so they're all up there kind of on the hill, and I've let them have it with a flamethrower. I don't roll all that great, but I'm able to flamethrower those guys, and but they don't fail their break check. They hang in there, which is unfortunate. So that's that. And then I've got my inexperienced squad. They finally are able to come on the board, finally pass a check. They can just kind of run ahead. And as Bazooka Man advances over, shape charge and all, don't matter. He's able to hit my tank and knock it out. So he's able to finally hit my tank with something, and he first shot kills it. So that's destroyed. And then I believe his lieutenant had moved and fired up on the top of the hill and killed one of my Pioneers. Those guys, looks like they passed an order check. I see his, I don't remember. That is some incredible rolling that I must have made. Oh, that's my, I know what it is. I passed a check with my elite squad up there. I was going to assault him, and I rolled a foobar, so I had to run away. I was going to just assault over the hedge, and I'd probably win. I had a lot of assault rifles. There, his tank is destroyed. I hit it with a Panzerfaust from my inexperienced unit, I believe. And then his medium machine gun's there. Fires at my Pioneers up on the top of the hill. Yeah, I take a casualty there, but fortunately my flamethrower is alive. But then we remember that I forgot to roll to see if I ran out of fuel last turn, and I rolled a freaking 1. So it's actually out of fuel, so it's removed as casualty. So back to that. Then with the machine gun taking out a guy, I only got 3 guys left with 3 pin markers on there. I got my 1 unit that ran away. I got my inexperienced squad there. My other inexperienced squad's in the base of that burnt out building. And they're the ones that killed that Sherman with the Panzerfaust. So, turn 5. Nobody's really still got the objective. He's got this is my unit. They come out of the windows and over the top of that tank and start putting some fire up onto the top of the hill. Just kind of ignore the bazooka there. And then I don't know what is going on there, but I believe that 6 is 6 pins on those guys, so they're barely hanging in there. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. His lieutenant comes up there so he can take the token away from his other unit, and he grabs that. He fires a couple rifles at my Pioneers as well. I don't know what I'm showing pictures of. Lots of 6s. Oh, his lieutenant maybe shot at my lieutenant there, and did a wound, killed the guy. Or that's his bazooka team comes up there. He's just trying to help mask the token. This medium machine gun continues trying to help out his guys in the middle, and he fires at these guys, and he's killing these on a 3-up. I roll my check, and I think I end up staying green. My lieutenant fails an order check, and he just has to go down, which that sucks. And my other unit was able to recover, but in order to get back into action, they had to run, so they ran up to the top there. And that's pretty much the end of the turn. So we go to turn 6, and his lieutenant has the dice, or the token, and he starts running. He runs as fast as he can towards the edge. He's going to need a turn 7 in order for it to actually be a win, although that'll be a draw. The medium machine gun just starts laying down some fire on any of the troops that I have that could possibly get him, and he's able to put another pin on and kill another guy over here. Up on the top of the hill, I'm just shooting anything I can get. So my lieutenant goes up there and takes a shot at the lieutenant. My Pioneers, what's left of them with the 2 pin markers, come down this way, and they're spraying some light submachine guns. Over here we kill a couple of each other's guys. There's his bazooka team is there. Yeah, these guys pretty much have been out of the fight the whole game. They didn't come in till late. And yeah, just minor stuff. The only thing that matters is the lieutenant. But so then we roll to see if there's turn 7, and we have a short video at the end of this for that. But yeah. Alright, Sean here. We just finished turn 6 of our secret plans, and if you've been following along through the battle report, it's been pretty wild. This hill in the middle has really changed a lot of things as far as desperation, some crazy foo bars, tanks blowing up left and right, and the lieutenant is running for the edge. So we're going to roll to see if it goes to a turn 7, and at 4, 5, or 6 it continues. Oh, look at that! So we're gonna go ahead and pull order dice, and we'll just record it. Got it. If you got them all in there. Here's mine. And then if you pull order dice, you're gonna run right off the board, because I wasn't able to get any pins on your lieutenant. Ah! You sure you want to do that?
Yeah. Oh, no,
Go down. He'll foo bar.
he trips.
So that is the end of the game with a win to the United States player. That was a very fun game. It was very enjoyable.
Bazooka guy.
Bazooka man, Bazooka Joe, is just lighting it up. Can't hit point blank, but yeah, he's just firing away. My tank did pretty good. We had kind of the same thing going on with the howitzers circling around the top of the hill, and that failed foo bar with my veterans on top of the hill was crushing. Really needed those guys to just pass that order check, and could have captured those plans, got them on this side of the hill, and then I could have used my inexperienced guys to kind of just get in the way of anybody trying to stop them. But yeah, we were talking a little bit during the thing about maybe adding a half track into my list. Still try to come up with points for that, just for this scenario, so I can push a squad up into the mix right away. But what do you think?
The hill was the one that made it fun.
Whether a hill or something like a ruined building, you never know what's going to be, in the center. That was interesting. It was very interesting. Wasn't as much close combat as I thought there would be when we first set up.
Yeah, I thought when we were setting up, I thought we'd have a lot of assault in going back.
Yeah, me too.
We only had one.
Yeah, and that was more of a desperation. I just need to try to get through so I can shoot at the lieutenant if it's my turn. Because I would have been able to put a little fire on him, but small teams are name of the game. We had some crazy machine gun picking off the small teams. You had your machine gun on your tank kill out my sniper. I had mine kill your observer and your sniper with like rolling 6s like crazy. But those 6s were the curse too, because we had 3 FUBARs in a row, and for me it really hurt. But well, if your guy if you could have shot better, you would have killed that lieutenant.
Yeah.
And but you had like you had 6 pins on you,
yeah.
So it's not like you were gonna.
Yeah, there were 6 pins on those 4 guys.
And I think we even forgot to add that when we did the check. You were rolling 4s to hit and 4s to win. You just rolled really shitty. All right, well that's gonna be the end of this one. All right, good game. All right, that's fun.